According to Tibetan spiritual tradition, so the highest realization of the spiritual practice, it's called the rainbow body, and especially according to Nyingma school or the old school. And so of course when we talk about the spiritual realization, there are three aspects of realization: the body, physical body, the enlightenment of the body, and speech or the energy, and the mind. And so in this case, the famous rainbow body is the sign of the body enlightenment. And so we call it three kayas, like one is nirmana kaya, one is sambhoga kaya, and one is dharma kaya. So nirmana kaya is the body enlightenment, and sambhoga kaya is the speech or energy enlightenment, and dharma kaya is the mental enlightenment. So when we talk rainbow body, actually it's the result of our human body transformation. There are three kinds of rainbow body. First one is called Tibetan Jalu Pochon. Ja means rainbow, Lu means body. Jalu Pochon means the small rainbow body. And then the second one is called Anjali Dulchen, or the medium rainbow body. And then the last one is called the Jalu Pochin, means the big power of rainbow body, or the highest level of rainbow body. And the small rainbow body is normally when the practitioners, when they pass away, normally, they are highly qualified practitioners, can be Tibetan monks and nuns and yogis or yoginis and so on. So when they pass away, their body shrinks, So normally it takes about 1 week to 3 weeks. In 7 days or 21 days, the size completely changes, and it's shrinking down. It's the size of like a little baby, Sometimes they call it like 8 years old kid, or sometimes 6 years old, sometimes even 2-3 year old. Sometimes even can become like a newborn baby size, right? Of course, newborn babies, their head is big, but rainbow body, if they shrink, become like a baby, every proportion is like now, the small head should be.
And so it's the same as an adult body, but just very, very small.
Exactly, shrinked, like a doll, So one of my teacher, one of my main teachers, she was a nun, and when she passed away at the age of 90, and of course I was not present in that time, but my friend, another nun, she's the main assistant of my teacher, and she said, normally my teacher is taller than me, she is quite big, and then she was shrinked, and my friend said she could take her body like this, like this much.
Wow.
And that's a like small rainbow body. And then the medium rainbow body means when the great masters, when they pass away, it only remains the hair and the teeth and the nails. So three substances remains. And the rest of the body, like the skin and the bones and flesh and muscles, everything disappears into the light. So we call it Jalu Dulchen. And I think we can call it like medium rainbow body. And then the highest rainbow body is called Jalu Pochin, and that's like Padmasambhava, When he was in Tibet, and that he was already enlightened, and so he can manifest as a normal human, but the nature of his body is in the light. We call also Oku. Oku means the light body, so it's already enlightened. And then one very important story is the Yuto Yunden Gombo, the father of Tibetan medicine. So there are two Yuto. We call it the elder Yuto or the Yuto of the young. And elder Yuto was in the 8th century, and we believe he had achieved this total rainbow body. So whole his body disappeared into the rainbow. And then there are some masters, they also believe that his wife and even his dog achieved the rainbow body. And then the second Yuto is, or the Yuto of the young, he was in 12th century. And and he also achieved the total rainbow body. So when he passed away, his body, he was floating in the air, and his body is dissolved into the light or into the rainbow. And so that's called the total, rainbow body, or the highest form of rainbow body. And so I think normally in Tibetan Buddhism or spiritual tradition is talking about the transformation. Of course, mainly we are talking about mental transformation, but the transformation is not only the mental transformation. There is an energetic transformation. For example, all kind of karmic wind energy, the lung energy, karmic energy can be transformed into non-karmic or wisdom energy. So that part we call it energy transformation. And mentally we have 5 mental poisons, and these 5 mental poisons can be transformed into the 5 wisdoms. And energetically we have the karmic wind energy, and that one can transform into the wisdom energy. And then physically we have physical body, and this physical body can be transformed into the Vajra state, or can be transformed into the rainbow body, or into a light body. So the rainbow body, light body, the general way of thinking, it's like our physical body transformed into like light, the laser,
So the lights represent also the 5 elements.
Exactly, yeah. So what we believe is we are created by 5 elements. And the essence of our body is the 5 elements. 5 elements can be, 5 elements in a very subtle form. It's presented by the vibration, pure vibration, and light, and the sound, and the rays. So therefore, somehow we really dissolve back into our original nature. We can call it also primordial state.
Do you have any other stories of anyone else that you know
Well, there
of?
one Tibetan master, he is called Sonam Tundrup, and this Tibetan master who wrote a kind of article, or a small book, and he was telling the story of all this rainbow body. There were, I think, about 30 different historical masters. It's a very interesting article, yeah. I hope that one day that article will be translated into English language too. Of course, in Tibet there are many other stories. For example, in my hometown there is a very small place. It's like a yogic place, very, very small center. And there was a master, the local people says he achieved the rainbow body. Actually, I went there to visit, So when he passed away, he said, he told his disciples to keep his body, just don't touch, and keep his body in the temple for 7 days. And then after 7 days they went there and they saw it was very small. And then some other disciple, they said, maybe we should wait a little bit more. So they waited 3-4 days more, and he was completely disappeared.
Wow.
So that was like kind of one recent story. Then there are many stories, this small rainbow body and shrinked one. This is very common. Maybe another one you have heard about the relics, when the great masters, when they are cremated, you see many pills. Mainly they are white pills, and then sometimes you can find red one, green one, blue one, yellow one. There are many different, and mostly we call it the 5-colored pills, like a ring cell. And that is also a sign of the body transformation. So this is quite common,
So is it possible that you also see like a visible rainbow close to where the person has died?
The actual rainbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, normally when the Tibetan great practitioners, when they pass away, it always says there's a rainbow, maybe the rainbow around the sun, or you see a real rainbow and this. So that is a sign of, the result of the practice.
Yeah.
But then the famous story, for example, the most famous in Tibet is Nyagla Pamadundul. I think he passed away almost like 100 years ago. And in his case, like he told his disciples, he wanted to stay in his meditation tent. And he told his disciples to sew,
So?
To sew his tent for 7 days, and they did it. After that they come back and they found only his hair and teeth and nails, and that's it. So that became a very, very famous, one of the most famous story in Tibet, And then there's another one. It's from a Bompo tradition, Sharza Tashi Jensen, also a very similar story. And he was also in his meditation tent, and then he told his disciples, don't open that tent for 7 days. But then the disciples, they saw many lights are coming out in this tent, even in the night, So then one disciple said, oh, maybe our master is passing away. So he couldn't control his emotion, and he went there and he opened the tent. It says, that the body is shrunk in a small and full of light and levitating, in the center of the tent. And then this disciple was so emotional, and he touched his master's body. So somehow, then the radiating process is stopped. You see, so that's why I think the rainbow body's process also can be interrupted.
Right.
That case, for me, it seems it was interrupted. Yeah.
Because I heard a story a while ago about Namkhai Nobu Rinpoche's uncle, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he was held captive by the Chinese, and while he was being held captive, I believe he...
Yeah, there are many stories like that.
Yeah.
And still today is happening, Also recent, I think beginning of this year, I saw one post from Tibet, and they are saying one great master achieved a rainbow body. And there was a picture, not so clear, but it seems the body size is this much, I think, there are many great masters, they still really achieve this kind of result, But a really great masters, maybe they're not interested to show the public, how they take a rainbow body, achieve rainbow body. But at the same time, I also hope that great practitioners, maybe some of them, they will demonstrate for the public. I think that's important too, There is not a legend or something. So something, we can see, and something we can experience.
Something tangible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's why I hope in future some great masters they can do like that too. Because normally, Tibetan tradition always talking hidden yogis, hidden practitioners, hidden realizations. Of course, the many great masters, they just remain as a normal person, You don't see any different than other normal people. So that's a great hidden yogis. And also maybe some of them, when they die just quietly, or maybe they just disappear in the rainbow quietly, Right? And also when we talk about dharma, to reveal the teachings, dharmas are like that, Many Tirthas, they reveal the dharmas quietly. And then there is another one, it's called the Tromter. Tromter means you reveal the dharma publicly. So that's why I wish, one day there will be a public rainbow body too. Then everyone can see it and can understand it's something real, not only a legend.
So it's possible that the successful completion maybe of the Yintig spiritual practice could ultimately lead to the rainbow body.
Yeah, exactly. This is my book for introduction for Yuton Yintig. I call it Path to Rainbow Body, because both Yuto they have achieved the rainbow body, the great rainbow body. And somehow this is what he taught to his disciple Sumtun Yeshizong, and Sumtun Yeshizong wrote down the Yuton Yintig text. It is one text, only about one text with about 300 pages, and it contains almost everything, all kind of practices. There's mudra, and there's different types of Guru Yoga, and then 6 yoga, and then there's Karma Mudra and Maha Mudra, and also Ati Yoga, And then especially he says, we can achieve rainbow body through the 6 yogas or through the karma mudra. So this is a very unusual way to talk about rainbow body. But somehow Yuto himself, he achieved the rainbow body. Actually, Yuto, the young Yuto's rainbow body, that was public. When he passed away, he called all his disciples and he gave them a teaching and he told them his life story and so on. And what in his biography written is like he achieved the rainbow body publicly. So somehow all Tibetan great masters, they know that Yuto is one very famous rainbow body master. So that's why, of course, his teachings, the ultimate goal of Yuto Nyingtik is to achieve the rainbow body.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.